I want you to close your eyes. Go ahead. Now try to count exactly 10 seconds in your head. Ready? Go. Stop. Open your eyes. If you are over the age of 25, chances are you counted too fast. Your internal clock is accelerating. You think 10 seconds have passed, but in reality, it was only 7 or 8. Does it feel like 2020 was just yesterday? Why did your childhood summers last forever, but now a whole decade disappears in a blink? You are not crazy. You are glitching. And today, we are going to fix your internal clock. There is a mathematical reason for this. It's called Janet's Law. Think about it. When you are 1 year old, a single year is 100% of your life. It is your entire existence. When you turn 5, a year is only 20% of your life. But by the time you are 50, 1 year represents only 2% of your history. To your brain, a year becomes a smaller and smaller fraction of the data it holds. Mathematically, you have already lived the longest half of your life by the time you turn 7. Scary, right? But math is only the boring part. The real villain is your brain's efficiency. Your brain is the world's most advanced supercomputer, but it has a limited hard drive. To save space, it uses a process called chunking. Have you ever driven home from work and realized you don't remember the journey at all? That is chunking. When you do the same thing every day, wake up, coffee, commute, work, sleep, your brain stops recording. It says, I've seen this before. I don't need to save this. It compresses 365 days of routine into one single memory file labeled 2025. Scientifically, you didn't live a year. You lived the same day, repeated 365 times. So, is it possible to slow time down again? Neuroscientist David Eagleman decided to test this by throwing people off a 150-foot tower. He asked participants to stare at a special watch while falling. The result? They didn't actually see in slow motion. But when they landed, they estimated the fall took much longer than it actually did. Why? Because fear is novelty. When you are terrified, your brain hits the record button in 4K resolution. It writes down every detail to ensure your survival. This proves that time isn't about clocks. It's about information density. So, do you have to jump off a tower to make life feel long again? No. You just have to break the script. When you are a child, everything is a first. First step, first word, first kiss, first heartbreak. Your brain is flooded with dopamine. Dopamine is the marker of time. If you want to slow down 2026, you have to force your brain to pay attention. Brush your teeth with your left hand. Take a different route to work. Learn a language. Cook something you've never eaten. When you introduce novelty, you stop the compression algorithm. We are all time travelers, moving forward at the speed of 60 seconds per minute. We can't stop the clock, but we can change how it feels. Don't let your life become a blur of efficiency. Shock your system. Fill your hard drive with new data. Because in the end, life isn't measured by the number of years, but by the number of memories. If you want to know more about how your brain tricks you, watch this video about the Mandela effect next. Your memory is lying to you, and I can prove it.